What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going through every single Pokemon Go tip I and the community could think of. Me and my subscribers came up with all these tips. If you see your tip in this video, comment below and let me know, and I appreciate everyone who inputted their tips for this video. I split this video up into different aspects of the game, so if you want to know tips about rating, tips about your friends list, tips about research tasks, check the timestamps below. And finally, the tips in this video range from expert level to beginner level. So you might know half of them, but you might not know half of them. Without further ado, let's get into it, timestamps below. Starting off with catching tips. You can do the quick catch technique, which will skip the catching animation in Pokemon Go. All you have to do is either put one finger on the berry tray or the Pokeball tray and pull the tray out, and then with your other finger, throw the Pokeball. Once the Pokeball hits the Pokemon, let go of your first finger holding one of the trays. The tray will come out. You can just tap on the screen to close it, and the run button will be up in the left corner. You can then run from this Pokemon and it'll skip that animation. Note that it won't always catch the Pokemon. The Pokemon can still break out of the ball, but you didn't actually see it happen, so you might have to re-encounter that Pokemon to try again if you didn't catch it on the first try. To know if you caught it on your first try, check your Pokemon storage to see if that Pokemon is in there. To take the quick catch to the next level, you can use AR mode, which will skip that initial animation where the Pokemon appears and then you have to back up and then the Pokeball appears. Going into your settings, scrolling down and make sure Niantic AR is checked off. You can click on a Pokemon, turn on the AR mode, and once it's turned on, when you click on a Pokemon, the Pokemon will instantly appear. You can instantly throw that Pokeball and use the quick catch technique, bringing down your catch animation to 3 seconds. Compare that to the non-AR mode where you have to click on a Pokemon, and then it zooms out, and then the Pokeball appears. Use both those techniques to catch the fastest in Pokemon Go. You can find out what Pokemon you've shiny checked in a cluster by looking at what Pokemon are staring in your trainer's direction. When you click on a Pokemon, they will face towards you. So when shiny checking, any Pokemon facing towards you usually means that you've already checked that Pokemon. Note that some Pokemon might be naturally facing towards you, so this doesn't always work. But if you're in a big cluster and trying to wonder which Pokemon you haven't shiny checked, look for the Pokemon looking in a different direction than your trainer's avatar. You will get one guaranteed extra large candy from catching a tier 2 evolution Pokemon, so for example Larion, and you will get 2 guaranteed XL candies from catching a tier 3 evolved Pokemon, so for example Aggron. Catch these Pokemon in the wild for guaranteed XL candy. You also will get 3 guaranteed XL candy per legendary or mythical catch, so pretty much any Pokemon from a 5-star raid. You can get 1, 2, or 3 bonus candy on top of the 3 guaranteed ones when catching these legendaries, leaving you up to a possibility of 6 extra large candies for 1 legendary catch. You will get 1 bonus regular candy when you have a Mega Pokemon evolved and you catch a Pokemon that shares a common type with that Mega evolved Pokemon. For example, Mega Ampharos is an electric and dragon type Pokemon. When I have a Mega Ampharos active, whether it be out as my buddy or just stuffed in my bag somewhere, every electric and dragon type Pokemon I catch, whether that be in the wild, research, or wherever, will grant me 1 bonus candy for that specific Pokemon. So if I catch an Electrike, I will get not 3 candy from catching in the wild, but I will get 4. If you hit an excellent throw on a Pokemon and successfully catch it, you will get 1,000 XP for that catch. During double XP, you will get 2,000, and during triple XP, you will get 3,000 XP for just hitting an excellent throw and catching a Pokemon. You can also double all of these values with a Lucky Egg, which will last 30 minutes and double your XP. You can get up to 6,000 XP for 1 excellent throw catch during a triple catch XP event with a Lucky Egg. Certain Pokemon in the wild have a boosted Stardust amount you will receive when catching them. I will link below the list, but Paris, Parasect, Meowth, Persian, Alolan Meowth and Alolan Persian, Shelder, Cloyster, Staryu, Starmie, Delibird, Shroomish, Breloom, Sableye, Chimecho, Combi, Vespiquen, Audino, Trubbish, Garbodor, Fungus, and Amoonguss all give you bonus Stardust. The amounts vary for each of the Pokemon and also depending on if they're weather boosted or not, but some notable ones are Audino, giving you a base of 2,100 Stardust for catching it. If you see any of these Pokemon in the wild, be sure to catch them to get some easy Stardust gains. When hunting a Ditto in the wild, only certain Pokemon can be Ditto. However, you can tell if it's actually a Ditto in disguise by noticing if that Pokemon would normally be weather boosted in the weather, but it is not. For example, Hoppip can disguise as a Ditto. If you see a Hoppip in the wild and during partly cloudy weather when normal types get boosted, so in turn Ditto, and the Hoppip is weather boosted but it shouldn't be, then you know that's a Ditto. You can also use a Pineapple Berry and you should see Ditto candy fall from it instead of Hoppip candy. However, it's really easy to just go ahead and catch it to confirm instead of doing this trick. You can buy an auto catching device like the Go Plus, Pokeball Plus, Gotcha, Gotcha Evolve, Gotcha Ranger, Egg Catchmon, and the Dual Catchmon to auto throw Pokeballs at Pokemon. It'll take any red balls in your inventory and automatically lock on a Pokemon Pokemon, throwing one of them. If it catches them, the Pokemon will be caught. If not, it'll run. This is great if you want to go on a walk but not actually play Pokemon. You can just put the device on catch, connect the device, throw it in your pocket, and it'll automatically attempt to catch Pokemon for you. Now let's talk about some friends list tips. First of all, to get some easy friends in Pokemon Go, come to the description of any of my videos, look for the Global Ottawa Discord, click on the link. You should be instantly invited to the Discord and brought to the welcome channel. You'll first have to read the rules and press a little check mark to say you agree with the rules. Then you're going to want to click on the left and you're going to want to come over to the PokeNav settings channel. In that channel, type $verify. The bot will ask you a bunch of questions and then you're just going to answer those questions by typing your answer in the chat. And once you're verified, it'll say you're all verified and ready to go. Then you'll have access to all the channels in the Discord. Then you'll want to come to the friend codes channel. In here, there are billions of friend codes you can add, and you also feel free to post your own friend codes so you can get some easy friends in Pokemon Go. You can easily skip the gift sending or receiving animation with when you send or open a gift, press the button and then spam the X button and it'll instantly skip that animation. Also, to take this to the next level, you can then just swipe over to your next friend to either send or open a gift, and keep doing this to either open or send your gifts most efficiently in Pokemon Go. In your friends list search bar, you can search friend level 4, which will filter only your best friends, friend level 3, which will filter only your ultra friends, friend level 2 will filter only your great friends, friend level 1 will filter only your good friends, and friend level 0 will filter any friends that have 0 hearts. Also, you can add an exclamation point if you want to remove any of them from the search thread. So exclamation point friend level 4 will only show me people on my friends list who I'm not best friends with yet. You can come into a friend and see how far you are from hitting your next friendship bonus, for example, best friends. To tell if you put another day towards that, aka an interaction that day, the friend will have a blue aura around them. So for example, Minecraft here has a blue aura, that means I've interacted with them. Compare that to Shaylin, which doesn't have a blue aura, which means I have to interact with this friend. On the topic of interaction, you can search Interactable in the search bar, which will show you all the friends you haven't interacted with that day. You can also search Giftable in the search bar, which will show you all the friends you can send a gift to. You can also just come down here and choose Can Receive Gift, which does the exact same thing. Once you're 1 day away in going up in friendship level with a friend, for example here, it says you are 1 day away from getting best friends. Don't open a gift and hold these gifts for events like Raid Hour, Spotlight Hour, or Community Days. During those events, you'll be using lucky eggs and premium items, which means you can get double XP on these great ultra and best friend bonuses. So be sure to communicate with your friend and plan on interacting and hitting that best friends on these days. On the topic of hitting friend bonuses, you can come in here to a friend you are close to hitting a friend bonus with and nickname them something like Bonus. I'm gonna do this with my other friend I'm close to hitting a friend bonus with. On the day when I use my lucky egg, I can come into my friends list, search Bonus, and all the friends I need to interact with will appear, making it very easy to hit all those friendship bonuses. This will save you time from scrolling through your friends list and looking for those trainers. Finally, if you're a new trainer or a trainer who hasn't played the game for 90 days, input someone's referral code, as when you refer someone, you will get an easy free 100 Pokeballs. This is a really easy way to get some easy Pokeballs if you're a new trainer or one who hasn't played for 90 days. Now let's move into some raiding tips. Coming back into the Discord we mentioned, you can get easy invites to raids for completely free through this Discord. Once you're verified, you can come into the raid channel you wish. If you wanted to do Xerneas raids, Mega raids, a raid will appear. All you have to do is click on a ticket. You will be imported into the raid lobby. A friend code will appear above your name. Come into Pokemon Go and input that friend code. Once you've input that friend code, type ready and you will ready up. You will then get an invite to the raid in which you can complete it and catch yourself a legendary Pokemon or whatever you're raiding for. You can tell what trainer is remote in a lobby by if they are glowing and transparent compared to a solid trainer. A glowing trainer is in there via remote pass, whether that be from a distance or via invite, and a solid trainer is there on location using a premium pass or a free daily pass at the gym. There's a technique to never burn a raid pass in Pokemon Go. First thing you want to do is come to your battle section, scroll over to party. You want to come down to gyms and raids. You want to click new party and you're just going to leave it blank. Once you have this blank party, when you enter the raid, you're going to want to scroll over to that blank party. Once the raid starts, it'll tell you cannot join, you don't have Pokemon. You then have the option to swipe over to your party and join the raid, or press the back out button. Since you technically hasn't entered that raid lobby, you haven't used a raid pass. This technique is great in case people back out last second and you want to save a raid pass and not end up in the raid all by yourself, wasting a pass. However, please don't abuse this, and it's always better just communicate with people if you're going to back out or not. Piggybacking on this technique, you can also use this empty party to skip the go screen. While you're on the empty party, when the raid starts, swipe over quickly to the party you'll be using and enter the raid. This will skip the initial go screen, giving you a couple extra seconds if you are trying to duo or trio a hard raid boss. You can invite 10 people to a raid using the double invite glitch. First thing you want to do is enter the lobby and invite 5 people. Once at least one person has entered the raid lobby, back out and join back in. You have to wait at least 20 seconds before you can send the second invite. However, usually usually takes 20 seconds for the first person to join anyway, so you should be good. When you join back in, the raid invite button should be back up and you can invite 5 more people. This allows you to invite up to 10 people to the raid, so you can get a lot of people in your raids. However, note there's a max of 10 remote raiders per raid, so sometimes it's beneficial to do this in a private lobby to make sure no randoms join, leaving some of your friends who you're meaning to invite blocked from entering that raid. I like to mark my friends who I'm going to be raiding with and inviting with during a certain raid hour a certain name. For example, here, if I'm going to be inviting Corismon, I'm just going to call this raid hour, and then let's say I'm inviting Blue Walking Owl, I'm gonna call this raid hour. I'd probably do this for 3 more friends, but when I enter that raid, I can quickly type raid hour into the search bar and quickly invite these friends that I'll be raiding with. This is also a good technique for the invite 10 people glitch. You can nickname your first batch of invites number 1, and you can nickname your second batch of invites number 2. So when you join that raid, type number 1, invite those people, back out once someone's in, join back, type number 2, and invite those people, making it super simple to do this technique. If you're ever trying to invite people and you sort by online, sometimes the list doesn't fully work. Fix this glitch. All you're gonna wanna do is sort by online, scroll to the bottom of your list, exit out of the invite feature, and then enter back into the invite feature, and the list should be fixed. I don't know if Niantic's ever gonna fix these list filtering issues, but that's a quick fix for now. You can never forget the 4-star CP for a raid boss with this simple trick. I like to come into my battle, come into my party. For example, here, this is my raid party for Xerneas. Instead of calling it Xerneas, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna call it 2160 for the non-weather boosted hundo and 2701 for the weather boosted. Pretty much every time I filter over that party before a raid, I will get a quick refresher on what that hundo CP I'm looking for after the raid. This is an easy one, but any shiny Pokemon you do encounter through raids is a guaranteed capture. So be sure to use a silver pineapple, or a bit worse, a pineapple berry, to get the most candies out of these Pokemon, especially if it's a legendary. You can easily catch legendaries with the circle lock technique. First, you're going to hold onto the Pokeball till the circle is the size you desire, and then let go. If you can hit excellent throws, those are preferred. However, if you can only hit consistently great throws, then go for those. Then you're going to want to give your Pokemon a berry. Now you're going to want to wait till Xerneas or whatever Pokemon does the attack animation, which when you hit it, the ball will bounce right off. The second the Pokemon does that attack animation, right before it's about to end, you're going to want to throw the Pokeball. This will mean that right when they're ending the animation, your Pokeball will hit them, and that circle when it pops up will be the same size that you had originally set it. This makes it really hard for the Pokemon to knock back your ball and guarantees that you hit that Pokemon every single time with whatever throw you desire. When you have 1 Pokeball left on a legendary, there are 2 things that can happen. If the ball shakes at least 1 time and the Pokemon doesn't break out, that's a guaranteed capture and it'll follow through and you'll catch it. The second option is that the Pokemon instantly breaks out, and of course that means you didn't catch it. For example, here I have 1 Pokeball. We're gonna hit Xerneas with a great throw. Is it gonna break out? And there you go, broke out on the first ball. If it were to shake 1 time, then we know it would follow through and we would caught it. If you're out of revives for reviving your team, there's a little tip that can help you out. When you power up a Pokemon, it'll go up a certain amount of HP, which means if your Pokemon is dead and you power it up, you can technically revive it. Then all you have to do is use a potion to heal it all the way up, saving you a revive and only using potions to heal that Pokemon. However, I don't recommend doing this trick unless you were meaning to actually power up that Pokemon, as it's better to just save your Stardust to use it on actual good investments instead of using it as a makeshift revive. Now let's take a look at some research task tips. You can stack field research encounter rewards by clicking the run button. For example, here I completed a encounter reward research task. I'm going to enter that encounter. You can then give that Pokemon a berry if you'd like for when you re-encounter it later. You're then just going to want to click the run button and it'll go to the top into your stack tasks. You can stack 100 of these research tasks back to back to back to back. You then have 3 more spots at the bottom to fill in with more research tasks, which you can then complete and continue stacking. Note that once you hit the 100 cap, the first Pokemon and then any Pokemon after that you ever stack are the ones that are going to start disappearing. So be sure not to stack over 100, and if you do hit that 100 mark, then you're going to want to start catching a couple of those. This tip is really beneficial for stacking stage 2 and stage 3 Pokemon, as these Pokemon will give you bonus Stardust for catching them. You can stack 100 of them and then save them for a special event that gives us bonus Stardust for catching, for example, a double catch Stardust event. During this event, put on a star piece, catch these stage 2 and stage 3 Pokemon, like for example Larion and Aggron, and you will get some bonus Stardust. Also can be beneficial to stack larger Pokemon and Pokemon that are easy to hit excellent throws on, like for example Wailmer, if you do ever encounter them, as you can save these Pokemon for double or triple catch XP events, in which you can then re-encounter them through your stack tasks and hit easy excellent throws on them, collecting a lot of XP really quick. Have you ever struggled with a make 3 excellent throws in a row, or make 5 great curveball throws in a row, or any task that requires you to make a particular throw in a row? Well, there's a really easy way to do this. You want to encounter a Pokemon, you're going to turn off your internet, whether you're on data or on Wi-Fi, Purify, and then you're gonna wanna attempt to make that throw. If you hit that great or excellent or whatever throw you need, then you can go ahead and connect back to the internet and that throw will register for your task. If you fail, just close and open the app, turn on your internet, of course, to load the app in again, and then re-encounter that Pokemon and try again. Pretty much anytime you're making that throw, just make sure you're not connected to the internet and that throw won't register. So when you're successful, register them by reconnecting to the internet, and when you're not, just reopen the game and try again. Have you ever struggled with the battle in a raid task? Well, you can actually save a raid pass by joining a raid and then just backing out of the raid, and it counts as battling in a raid. I've heard that this might be patched, so I'm not sure, so someone could test it and let me know below. But if it's not patched, join the raid. The task should be complete, in which you can just then back out and collect the rewards for the task. If you ever got a task that requires you to use an incense, but you don't want to actually use an actual incense, use a Melton box. These are free. I'll talk about how to get one later, and they do count towards these incense tasks. Also, the new Pokemon Spritzy requires you to make the Pokemon your buddy and use an incense to evolve it. Again, instead of using an incense, you can just use a Melton box to evolve Spritzy into Aromatisse. If you ever get a task to catch a legendary or mythical Pokemon, well, Melton is a mythical Pokemon, so feel free to, again, open a Melton box and catch this Pokemon to easily complete that task. You can easily complete a power up a Pokemon task by coming to your storage, clicking the combat power CP, and then reversing it for the lowest. All these Pokemon here for the first 4 power-ups are only going to be 200 Stardust and 1 candy per, allowing you to not use a lot of Stardust to complete these tasks. So if you ever want to complete one of those quick, come over here and power up these low CP Pokemon. If you ever get the Purify Pokemon task, there are certain Pokemon that are cheapest to purify at only 1,000 Stardust and 1 candy. Pokemon like Zubat and Golbat, Aeron, Weedle, and Magikarp are only 1,000 Stardust and 1 candy to purify. Look for those Pokemon at Team Rocket stops and save them for these research tasks. Get them done for cheap. On page 8 of the Let's Go Melton special research, it requires you to catch an Aerodactyl. Unless Aerodactyl is currently in raids, easiest way to get him is finding the Win 5 raids task at a Pokestop. This will guarantee you an Aerodactyl encounter, which will help you complete the task. The other 2 tasks, which first are catch an Omnite or Kabuto, is you're going to want to look for the task win a level 3 raid or higher, which will guarantee you an Omnite or Kabuto encounter. Finally, there's also catch a Lileep or Anorith, which you can get from the make 3 great throws task, which can get you a Ghastly, Anorith, or Lileep. So you might have to try this one a couple times if you do get a Ghastly on the first try. Let's talk about some tagging tips in Pokemon Go. If you don't know, you can come over to your tags where you can group up certain Pokemon. Some great tags I like to make are tags for trading. These are all Pokemon that you want to go ahead and trade. For example, if I wanted to trade all these Pokemon, select all of them, click tag, and then add them to the trade tag. Then when I'm entering the trade menu, all I gotta do is search trade, and all these Pokemon I'm gonna trade will appear. Also, if you're mirror trading a certain Pokemon, for example, trade, and you're trying to mirror trade Gibbles, search trading Gibbles. It'll show you all the Gibbles you have marked to mirror trade with someone. Another great tag is the Spotlight Hour transfer tag. Let's say we have double transfer candy during a Spotlight Hour. I can go and select all the Pokemon I want to get that double candy on and go ahead and tag them. Then, like before, make a tag called transfer. Select that and click plus. Then come into tags when I'm ready to transfer and pretty much select one, click select all, and then I can go ahead and quickly transfer at the start of that Spotlight Hour. Looking back at the tip in the research tasks, you can quickly mark any Pokemon that you want to use for the power up a Pokemon task by coming over here, selecting all the Pokemon that you'd want to use for these power up tasks, and then tagging them and making a new tag called power up. Pretty much anytime I need to come in here to do one of those tasks, I can come in here, quickly select these Pokemon to power up and get those tasks done quick. Looking back at our tip about Pokemon that are easy to purify, it can be useful to search Shadow and then select all the Pokemon you want to use for those purifying tasks, for example, like the Weedle and the Magikarp. And you can come in here and you can create a tag called Purify. Like before, I can just come into Purify when I have those tasks and easily come down here to purify them. A couple final tagging tips. I like to mark my GBL Pokemon. For example, here, these are all the Pokemon I have powered up and ready to use in the Great League. All of these are tagged because they're double moved and powered up. I also have one for the Ultra League. Another tagging tip is I have a tag for any Pokemon I have that has a legacy move to be sure I don't accidentally transfer these Pokemon. Relating back to the GBL tag, you can create a tag for some of your top attackers by type. For example, if I want to look at all my best rock type attackers, I can come down here, select this Rhyperior, this Terrakion, this Rampardos, and pretty much go ahead and tag them and call this rock type. Pretty much if I'm ever in here creating a raid party and I want to add Pokemon, I can search rock type and it'll show me all the Pokemon I have powered up for raids as a rock type attacker. Another thing I use tagging for is, if you don't know, only during special events can we remove the move Frustration. So before these events, I like to come in here, search at Frustration, and pretty much just go ahead and select all the Pokemon I want to quickly remove Frustration from during these events. Again, I can just go ahead and tag, create a new tag, call it Frustration, yada yada. And during the event, come into here and quickly remove Frustration from all these Pokemon by using a charge TM. Let's talk about some search thread tips. You can search exclamation point at 3M, which will show you any Pokemon you have 3 moves on. For example, this Altaria has 3 moves. You can search at weather to show any Pokemon that is currently being weather boosted by the weather. As you can see, the in-game weather is rainy, so any water, electric, or bug type will appear on that search. You can search item to show any Pokemon that take an item to evolve. So if you're trying to do any tasks that evolve you to use an item to evolve, just search item. You can search at special, which will show you any Pokemon in here that has a legacy move or a move that was only available during special events and cannot be relearned if removed. You can search at and then any move name, for example, Charm, and it'll show you any Pokemon you have that has that move. For example, again, Wild Charge. All these Pokemon, no Wild Charge. You can use an exclamation point to remove anything from a search thread. So for example, you don't want Mewtwo appearing in your search thread, type exclamation point Mewtwo. You can add an and sign. For example, if I want to search 4-star and shiny, that'll show me all my 4-star perfect IV Pokemon that are also shiny. I only have 1. You can search buddy and then 5 to show you all of your best buddies, buddy, and then 4 to show you all of your ultra buddies, buddy 3 for all your great buddies, buddy 2 for all your good buddies, and buddy 1 for Pokemon you've buddied but never have done anything with them. You can search any region of Pokemon, for example, Kanto or Sinnoh. You can search hatch to show you all the Pokemon you've hatched. You can search GBL to show you all the Pokemon you've encountered through Go Battle League rewards. You can search age 0, which will show you all the Pokemon you've caught in the last 24 hours. And you can also do a range. For example, age 0 to 6 will show you all the Pokemon you've caught from the last 24 hours to 6 times that, which I have no clue, but pretty much it'll show you a range here. You can search evolve new, which will show you any Pokemon that you can evolve or mega evolve and that you don't have registered in your Pokedex. For example, here I can mega evolve this Ampharos to get Mega Ampharos registered, or I can evolve a Tangela into a Tangrowth to get Tangrowth registered in my Pokedex. Those are some uncommon search threads, but I'm gonna leave a list below to the official Niantic post of all of the search threads that can be used in Pokemon Go. During 2 times Evolve XP hours, I like to save the 6 Kings, which include Pidgey, Caterpie, Weedle, Whismur, Wurmple, and Pidove. All of these Pokemon only take 12 Candies to evolve, making it very easy to evolve them during these double Evolve XP hours. If you don't know if you have any of these, you can search evolve and 10, 13, 16, 265, 293, 519, and pretty much all of the 6 Kings will appear. You can go ahead and evolve all these Pokemon. As you can see, I only have 30 right now, so I should be stocking up. If you quickly need to delete Pokemon, I like to search 0-star and exclamation point shiny. This will pretty much show me all of my 0-star Pokemon that are not shiny, in which I can then go through and delete them. And if you're feeling risky, you can even just do a select all delete, but sometimes there are some hidden treasures in here that I do want to check. For example, Nundos. Finally, if there's any common search threads you use, you can click the see more button, and at the top, it'll show you all your recent search threads. So for example, if I want to quickly search evolve new, I can click that and it'll instantly input it. These are great during calm days. Instead of typing the search bar in, you can quickly check your recents and search it quick. Now let's talk about some buddy tips and tricks. You ever come to a buddy menu and you have to look around to make your buddy appear? Come into your settings here, scroll down and turn off Niantic AR. When you go ahead and play with your buddy, he'll instantly appear in front of you. Ever curious how far you are to hitting best buddies with a Pokemon? For example, with my Mewtwo, it looks like I'm pretty much there. Go ahead and screenshot that and then go online and search buddy level calculator. You want to come to this one right here, in which you can select a screenshot and select that screenshot. It'll go ahead and scan your buddy and tell you how far you are from best buddies. For example, here, 292 hearts. I only need to get 8 more hearts to get best buddies with this Mewtwo. Have you ever struggled to walk the 20 kilometers to evolve a Phoebus into Milotic, or the 10 kilometers to evolve Eevee into Umbreon or Espeon? Well, you can really easily evolve these Pokemon by, first of all, walking a little distance with them. I would say 1 to 2 kilometers is good. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and switch that buddy for another buddy. Then switch back into the Phoebus or the Eevee or whatever you're trying to evolve. As you can see, the buddy distance will have increased. You can then go ahead and keep switching in and out this buddy until you reach the 20 or 10 kilometers you need to evolve it. Note, this trick does not get you any free candy for the Pokemon. It only helps you add towards the walking distance. Ever struggled to get the battle hearts on a buddy? Easiest way to do this is find a Team Rocket member, put your buddy part of your party, start that battle, and then instantly back out, and you will get 1 heart towards that battle. However, if there are no Team Rockets near you, I find the fastest way to come into battle, scroll down, come to Spark, Battle Spark, and then join with your buddy Pokemon and 2 10 CP or low CP Pokemon. You're then just going to let that battle play through and instantly lose. You will get an extra heart towards your buddy. To get any battle hearts, by the way, the buddy has to be on the map. You have to have fed it. If a buddy brings you a gift, you can actually pass on this gift to other buddies that you have past the great friend level. Just switch out that buddy that you have the gift with into another buddy, and that new buddy will have instantly brought you a gift. You can actually give 20 buddies that are past the great buddy level by switching in between them and slowly passing on that gift to all 20 of them. You then get 1 free heart for each buddy from just passing on that gift. Once you have registered a certain Mega Pokemon in your Pokedex. You can walk a Pokemon from that evolution line of the Mega Pokemon, so whether that be first stage, second stage, third stage, to get free candy for that buddy. When you walk the buddy distance, you will get a candy, a chance at an XL candy for that Pokemon, and a certain amount of Mega Energy if it's in your Pokedex. You can also use a Poffin or get the buddy to excited state, which will half the distance you have to walk to get this candy, Mega Energy, or extra large candy. This makes it a good technique to farm extra large candies and Mega Energy for a Pokemon. You can get a Poffin for free by doing AR mapping tasks that you find at Pokestops and gyms, which require you to just quickly scan the Pokestop and you get a free Poffin. They are pretty common and easy to get. Or of course you can buy one in the shop. Finally, if you don't want to use a Poffin or can't find one of those tasks, you can get your buddy excited for free by giving your buddy a treat, scratching your buddy, and taking a snapshot of the buddy every 30 minutes. This will increase an invisible excitement level in which after around 2 hours of doing this, your buddy will instantly get excited for free. Just make sure to scratch your buddy, feed your buddy, take a picture of your buddy every 30 minutes, and in 2 hours, you'll have an excited buddy without a Poffin. Once you have all the hearts that you want on a certain buddy, be sure to switch it for another buddy so you can start working on hearts for that buddy during the day. The top players in the world are using all their 20 buddy switches a day, buddying up 20 different buddies at a time. Okay, let's take a look at some egg tips for you guys. If you're in a pinch and want to skip the egg hatching animation, you can 1, go into your Pokemon bag, search hatched, and then find those Pokemon that you just hatched and delete them. This will remove them from your hatch list, making it so the animation will never go through since it seems like you never hatched it. The second solution is you can close and reopen your game, and pretty much any of those past egg animations will just disappear and you will never have to see them if you're hatching a lot of eggs and want to skip that animation. If you're about to battle a team leader, make sure you have an egg slot open as you want to make sure you're collecting that 12-kilometer egg. Finally, this last tip, full credit to The Trainer Club, who I believe came up with this idea. If you collect 12-kilometer eggs, these eggs can get you anywhere from 3,200 to 6,400 Stardust for hatching each one not on a star piece. On a star piece, we'll multiply this times 1.5. If you were to collect 12-kilometer eggs and hatch them all on a star piece, you're able to get up to 100,000 Stardust from just one batch of hatching eggs. So be sure to collect those 12-kilometer eggs for those big events when you're gonna be using a star piece. Now I wanna give you guys some tips for some of the tasks to get from level 40 to level 50. The level 44 tasks require you to win 30 battles in the Great, Ultra, and Master League. You can easily do this against a friend. Just make your friend use 10 CP Pokemon, and every time you defeat him will count. You don't actually have to battle in the Go Battle League. Then the final task, battle in the Go Battle League 20 times. Just battle in there, you can instantly lose, and it will be done. There are also a couple tasks at certain levels, which require you to catch 5 legendaries, power up a legendary 20 times, and catch 5 legendaries in a row. Although I don't know what level exactly these tasks are for, all these tasks can just be done with a Melton. Melton counts as a legendary / mystical Pokemon. You can power up a Melton, catch 5 Meltons, or catch 5 Meltons in a row to complete these tasks super easy. Finally, there's a task to do 200 super effective charge moves. What I recommend doing is going to any legendary raid, loading in a private lobby, and use Pokemon that know super effective charge moves. They don't even need to be powered up. You can then use this legendary raid as a punching bag and just keep throwing super effective charge moves on them. You'll keep losing the raid, but you can just keep doing them. You're pretty much recycling this raid boss and using it as a punching bag until you complete this task. And then once you've completed the task, you can go ahead and invite some friends to actually complete the raid and not burn your raid pass. However, I recommend using your free raid pass, so in case you can't do that, you don't end up using an actual raid pass for this technique. Now let's take a look at some GBL battling tips. The color your shield flashes when blocking a charge move will tell you if that move was super effective or not. A blue shield means that charge move is not super effective on you, so you didn't really have to block it. It wouldn't have done much damage. A red shield means that move was super effective on you, so it's a good shield to do, and it would have done a lot of damage. Finally, a regular looking shield or the mixed shield means it's a neutral damage attack, and it will have done a bit of damage. You don't have raid passes or people to do legendary raids. You can encounter the legendary Pokemon that is currently in rotation at rank 20 in the Go Battle League. When collecting your encounter rewards at rank 20, there's a chance that you encounter that legendary, and it even has a chance to be shiny if that Pokemon has a shiny in Pokemon Go, of course. On the topic of those legendaries, when you do encounter those legendaries, make sure you use pineapple berries or silver pineapple berries, as you have unlimited Pokeballs to catch it. So you want to make sure you're getting that bonus candy from those pineapple berries because legendary candy is hard to come by. Finally, at the end of a season, you do get a lot of Stardust from the end of season rewards. This Stardust can be increased by using a star piece, so be sure to use a star piece when collecting your end of season Go Battle League rewards. Let's take a look at some item bag tips. If you ever have a bunch of extra berries you're not going to use, like nab berries because no one uses them, be sure to feed them into a gym of your color. Feeding any Pokemon in that gym will give you some Stardust for every time you feed it. You can feed 10 Pokemon 10 berries every 30 minutes, so be sure if you have those berries to dump them into gyms. If you're not near any gyms, but you have Pokemon in gyms, come to your research, scroll down, there'll be a section that says Pokemon in gyms. I don't have any, but you can quickly access any Pokemon you have in gyms from this tab. You can then go ahead and feed your Pokemon and the other Pokemon in the gym to get some easy Stardust. You can get a free Melton box in Pokemon Go by sending a Pokemon to Pokemon Home. All you need to do is come up here into your settings, scroll down, come to Pokemon Home. It'll require you to link a Nintendo account. So if you don't have a Nintendo account, create one. You can then click the send Pokemon button, click the continue, and then you can choose a Pokemon to send. You can go ahead and click transport. You then want to open your Pokemon home app. If you don't have this app, please download it. When you download the app, it'll tell you to receive Pokemon. Click yes, and you will receive a Melton box, which you can open every 3 days. If you want to open the Melton box again, you'll have to send another Pokemon, wait 3 days, and you'll have the chance to open it again. Melton boxes just spawn Meltons for 1 hour, so it's a bunch of free candy for Melton, which you can get an easy Melmetal. Using a golden raspberry on a Pokemon in a gym will instantly take its motivation to full, so it's kind of like a full heal. So if you are defending a gym from being attacked, be sure to use golden raspberries to hit instant max. Finally, if you want to delete a lot of items, for example here my revives, instead of holding down the plus button to take it to 100, I can click the minus button, it'll instantly take it to max. This also works for powering up a Pokemon. Instead of clicking the plus, click the minus, it'll instantly take it to the highest possible level you can power it up to. Let's take a look at some Pokestop tips. You can press the X button after spinning a Pokestop to instantly collect items. You don't have to tap on them to collect them. Ever wonder how to get the visit a new place card with your buddy? Well, you want to look for Pokestops that have halos around them. These are Pokestops that you've never spun. Once you've spin it, the halo will disappear and that will no longer be a unique Pokestop. However, if you wait 2 to 3 years without spinning the Pokestop, the halo will reappear, retransforming it to a unique Pokestop. Finally, you can buy the auto catcher, which we talked about earlier, which can also automatically spin Pokestops for you. So if you're in need for a lot of Pokeballs, connect the auto catcher, put it in your pocket, go for a walk or even go for a drive, and it'll automatically spin Pokestops for you, getting you easy items and Pokeballs in Pokemon Go. Now let's take a look at some trading tips. You can easily check the IVs of a Pokemon before trading by clicking the bottom right and selecting the IV button. This will show you the IVs, so if you want to double check that this is not a good IV Pokemon you're trading away, then be sure to use this feature. You will get a guaranteed XL candy for trading a Pokemon for a Pokemon that was caught 100 kilometers away from where you caught your Pokemon. This makes it really easy to get a level 50 Pokemon, because all you need to do is catch 296 of one Pokemon, then trade it with someone who has Pokemon that were caught 100 kilometers away. Get your trade partner to search distance 100 and the minus button, and this will show them all the Pokemon they have that they caught 100 kilometers away from that location. Go ahead and trade your Pokemon for their 100 kilometer Pokemon and you'll get some free XLs. Be sure to do 1 legendary trade a day, as this will count for your special trade for the day. Doing these special trades has a chance of your legendary Pokemon becoming lucky, and you will also get free candy for the legendary Pokemon. So if you have an excess of a legendary Pokemon, be sure to mirror trade it with someone. On the topic of luckies, during events where a rare Pokemon is spawning in the wild, coordinate with a friend to stock up a bunch of those rare Pokemon. At the end or close to the end of the event, mirror trade those Pokemon with a friend, as there's around a 5% chance of each trade going lucky. Luckies will have higher IVs and be cheaper to power up, so you can get some pretty high IV versions of some of these rare Pokemon. Finally, to guarantee a lucky Pokemon, you can either do a lucky trade with a friend, or you can trade with a friend who has a Pokemon that was caught in either July or August of 2016 when the game first came out. If they have less than 10 lucky Pokemon registered in the Pokedex, and they trade you a 2016 Pokemon, then whatever you give them and whatever they give you will be guaranteed to go lucky. There's also a higher chance of getting lucky Pokemon with older Pokemon. So instead of the 5% chance of going lucky I mentioned earlier, trading 2017 or 2018 Pokemon has probably more of a 40% chance of Pokemon going lucky when traded. Let's take a look at some Pokecoin tips. Be sure to get your 50 coins every single day. This is self-explanatory. Doing the math, 50 coins a day times 365 leads to 18,000 Pokecoins a year. I believe this would be enough Pokecoins to max either item bag or your Pokemon storage if you just get a simple 50 a day and don't use it on other things. You can get free Pokecoins by using survey apps like Google Opinion Awards or Zap surveys. I've made a full video on this with a link below explaining how to use survey apps and how to get them. This can get you a little extra money that you can invest in Pokecoins for free. Finally, on the topic of what to use your Pokecoins for, always invest them into item bag and storage space. These are 2 permanent things in the game that can help you vastly. If you have the choice though, I would go with the item bag, because the more item bag you have, the more Pokeballs you can store, which means the more Pokemon you can catch. You can always delete Pokemon from your storage, but usually you don't want to delete Pokeballs. Let's take a look at some medal tips. If you're confused why you even care about medals, you need 35 of them to get from level 48 to 49, so be sure to start working on some of these platinum medals. If you're trying to complete a medal, for example, the Dragon Tamer medal, get your friend to stock up a bunch of dragon types and then trade them to you. Traded Pokemon do count for medals, so any dragon types they do trade to me will add a value to the medal. Be sure to keep the 1 candy 1,000 Stardust Purify Pokemon and purify them to work towards the Purifier badge. It takes 1,000 Purifies to get this badge platinum. Be sure to save your tiny Rattatas and your big Magikarps to work on those badges. You can get your friend to save tiny Rattatas and giant Carps and trade them with each other, as again it will add towards the badge. Finally, be sure to always mirror trade Abras or Kadabras, Chops or Machokes, Geodudes or Gravelers, Ghastlies or Haunters, Roggenrollas or Baldors, Timbers or Girders, however these ones are kind of more rare, and Carablast and Shelmet, as these are all Pokemon that will get a free evolution from trading. This will lead to some easy XP and then some easy progress towards Scientist Medal, which requires you to evolve 2,000 Pokemon. Also, those 6 Kings we talked about earlier do help towards this medal. Let's take a look at some Team Rocket tips. First of all, you know there's a Team Rocket at a stop if the stop is shaking and it's all black looking. training. That means there is a grunt at that Pokestop. However, this rule doesn't apply for leaders and Giovanni. You can get free energy versus any NPC, non-player character, or AI in Pokemon Go by either switching, throwing a charge move, or blocking a charge move. When doing any three of those actions, the opponent's Pokemon will stop attacking for a moment, giving you a chance to get ahead on energy. Be sure to take advantage of this to get ahead on energy and easily win that match. You can take this one step further. You can actually get a stun locking Smeargle in Pokemon Go. If you take a snapshot of a Shadow Porygon Z or Shadow Porygon 2 that knows the move Lock On and Frustration, and if a Smeargle appears, that Smeargle could learn Lock On and then a 35 energy charge move. Lock On plus a 35 energy charge move can stun lock an NPC that has a 3-turn fast move or a fast move that takes 1.5 seconds to complete. The amount of energy gain Lock On and a 35 energy charge move gives you allows you to consistently throw charge moves without giving the chance for the NPC to even touch you. Be sure to take snapshots of these Shadow Porygons if you do have them. Try to get yourself one of these Smeargles. When you get a Giovanni Black radar from any research task, you can actually save it and stack it for when Giovanni Shadow Legendary changes. Currently, as I'm making this video, we have the Shadow Birds, but if Shadow Mewtwo were to ever come back, you can stock up some radars and hold on to them so that when Giovanni does come back, you can use multiple radars and get multiple Shadow Mewtwo's or whatever legendary you might want. However, if you are trying to battle Giovanni right now and you're struggling to find him, if you equip Giovanni's radar, the next balloon that appears to you will be Giovanni. So instead of hunting him at Pokestops, you can just make him appear in the next balloon. Finally, if you're planning on battling Giovanni, be sure to battle him when his Shadow Legendary was weather boosted. For example, right now his legendary Shadow Moltres, so I want to make sure I'm battling him in sunny or windy weather because that's when fire and flying types are weather boosted. This will save you a bit of Stardust for in the future when you're going to power up this Shadow Legendary. Let's take a look at some Pokemon storage tips. First of all, any Pokemon with a blue aura around them means that Pokemon was caught in the last 24 hours. When building any raid or battle party, you can hold on that Pokemon and it'll show you the HP and that Pokemon's moveset. This is really useful instead of having to back out and go check that moveset in another menu. You can mass transfer mythicals by coming into your settings and turning on expanded group transfer. This will allow you to pretty much go ahead and long press on these legendaries and mythicals and then mass transfer them. Let's take a look at some Candy and Stardust investing tips. First of all, only power Pokemon when they are relevant. Just because you got a nice 4-star doesn't mean you should power it up. Wait for that Pokemon to actually have play before you power it up. For example, if I get a nice Master League Garchomp, but I can't even play Master League right now, I'm gonna wait until Master League comes back before I power that up. First of all, if you're planning on trading any shiny, keep it in the first form, as people don't like getting second and third evolution shiny Pokemon unless they have Calm Day moves. They'd rather get the first stage so they can evolve it all the way and get that shiny registered in their Pokedex. Also, always keep any Community Day Pokemon that happened this year, because at the end of the year, they have a wrap-up event where you can get the Community Day move by evolving. For example, we had Roselia Calm Day this year. Any Roselias I'll catch, I'll keep, because I know at the end of the year in December, I'll be able to evolve them to get its Community Day move. You can save Stardust on double moving baby Pokemon before you evolve them. I'll leave a link below to a list of baby Pokemon because not all Pokemon are baby, but for example, Pokemon like Togepi, Igglypuff, Cleffa all only cost 10,000 stars and 25 candies to add a second move. Compare that to a second evolution, for example, Togetic costs 50,000 stars and 50 candies. If you're planning on double moving a baby Pokemon, make sure to do it before you evolve it. However, this only goes for baby Pokemon. Other stages are all the same price. Finally, if you have a Pokemon with a legacy move and you don't know if you want to remove it, just double move it. For example, here my Rhyperior has Smackdown and Rock Wrecker. Let's say I also want to use this Rhyperior as a ground type attacker, giving it Earthquake. Instead of removing Rock Wrecker, I can go ahead and give it a second move, and now I can just rotate that first move from a ground type to a rock type move, using it for 2 uses. This gives your Pokemon 2 uses, allowing you to not have to invest into another Pokemon and saving Stardust. Finally, let's go through some miscellaneous tips. I love to use the app Go Field Guide to put events on my calendar. You can download it off the App Store, and then pretty much there's an event list. Come to any event you want to add, for example here Gilbert Community Day, scroll down and click Add to Calendar. It'll instantly open it up on your calendar. You can go ahead, click save, and it'll add it to your Google Calendar. Now all the Pokemon events are on my calendar, so I know when there's an event coming up. If you want to get a little extra Stardust every week, line up your 7-day spin and catch streak, your Adventure Sync rewards, and your research box to Monday at 9 a.m. Your Adventure Sync rewards come in on Monday at 9 a.m. So if you're to pop a star piece, collect your Adventure Sync rewards, spin a Pokestop, and catch a Pokemon, and finally collect your research box stamps, you can get yourself a lot of Stardust for easy. You can get around 20,000 stars depending on how far you walk that week. Definitely a pro tip, line those up. You can get more incense spawns and refresh your incense spawn by opening your friends list. When you use an incense and the last Pokemon disappears, it takes a couple seconds for the new incense Pokemon to appear. Instead of waiting these couple seconds, just open your friends list and this will refresh the map and refresh the spawns, making your incense spawns appear faster. This will also refresh any other spawns on the map, not only incense. Use this trick to get more incense spawns on Incense Day and other incense-based events. You can use the Eevee name trick to easily get any evolution in Pokemon Go. Before I tell you the trick, you can only use this once for each evolution. So once you've used it on Umbreon, for example, example, you can't get another Umbreon with this name trick. If you want to get a Vaporeon, name your Eevee Rainer, and when you evolve it, it'll instantly become a Vaporeon. If you want to get a Jolteon, name it Sparky. Flareon, name it Pyro. Espeon, name it Sakura. Umbreon, name it Tameo. Leafeon, name it Linnea. And Glaceon, name it Ray. Sylveon has also been added to the game, so name your Eevee Kira, and it'll instantly evolve into a Sylveon. Once you use it once for each of the evolutions, you have to use the regular techniques to get these evolutions. Finally, just make sure you catch everything you see. Unless you have a very limited amount of Pokeballs or trying to stock up for event, every time you catch something, you'll get Stardust, XP, and candy. The more you catch, the more Stardust you have, the more XP you have, and the stronger Pokemon you will end up having. Pokemon catches is a great way to know how much Stardust a certain player has and how many good Pokemon they have, so be sure to catch everything you see if you have the resources. Final tip is have fun. If you're not enjoying the game, guys, do not play Pokemon Go. This is a game like before. If you don't like the events or you hate Niantic as a company, don't play the game. The whole point of a game is for you to have fun and enjoy yourself, and if Pokemon Go is just stressing you out or you feel like you have to play, don't play it and go find something else to do. Guys, that's pretty much the video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone who inputted their tip. Again, if you see your tip in this video, please comment below. On my channel, I go more in depth in all of these tips and will be going more in depth in some of the tips I haven't covered. So feel free to subscribe and click the like button. I worked really hard on this video. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one. Follow for more tips, baby. Peace.